we arrive to the end of Sefer Shemot. After 4 parashot about the building of the Mishkan, we arrive at last to the very, very deep and sensitive moment of at last, the presence of God dwell in the Mishkan. Let's read the פסוקים. ויכל משה את המלאכה, ויכס הענן את אוהל מועד, וכבוד אדוני מלא את המשכן. ולא יכול משה לבוא אל אוהל מועד, כי שכן עליו הענן, וכבוד אדוני מלא את המשכן. What's happened here? Moshe couldn't come into the tent of meeting. Why? What was all the purpose of the building of the Mishkan if Moshe can't come into it? Let's read the very last psukim before the parashot of the building of the Mishkan, in order to understand the meaning of the Mishkan and the purpose and the problem of the last psukim. Let's read it from the last psukim of Parashat Mishpatim, Shmot כ"ד ט"ו. ויעל משה אל ההר, ויכס הענן את ההר, וישכון כבוד אדוני אל הר סיני, ויכסהו הענן 6 ימים. ויקרא אל משה ביום השביעי מתוך הענן. Very, very similar psukim. When Moshe ascended the mountain of Sinai to receive the Torah, there was a very similar process. The cloud covered the mountain. Moshe couldn't ascend to Har Sinai, but there God called Moshe in the 7th day from the cloud, and Moshe received the Torah. So we can see here the meaning of the Mishkan. The Mishkan is like Har Sinai in progress. Har Sinai was not one time. Har Sinai happened every time that Moshe get into the Mishkan. But the problem is deeper now. Why Sefer Shemot ended with the very situation when Moshe couldn't get into the tent of meeting? What is the meaning of the meeting if the presence of God, if Kvod Hashem fills all the Mishkan and Moshe couldn't come in? Indeed, a lot of Parshanim comment here that we should read the first pasuk of Vayikra together with the end of Sefer Shemot. What is the first pasuk of Vayikra? ויקרא אל משה וידבר אדוני אליו מאוהל מועד לאמור. The Lord called to Moshe and spoke to him from the tent of meeting. Indeed, this was the really end of Sefer Shemot. Moshe couldn't come to the tent of meeting only for 6 days or for a moment. But you have to wait for the call of God. But then, God called him. But why Sefer Shemot ended one pasuk before its real end? Why we have to wait here? Why we have to feel the tension, the misunderstanding? Maybe the Torah wants that we will feel like Moshe. Maybe we should wait a week to stand and still and to wait that God will call us. There are times of waiting, there are times of misunderstanding, of הסתר פנים, and we have to wait until we will hear the call. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.